We often hear about using antihistamines for allergies, or maybe someone says they're histamine intolerant. But what does that really mean? How can symptoms like unpredictable digestive issues, skin issues, congestion, headaches, and fatigue all be caused by the same thing? And how do we manage it if our bodies are reacting strongly? Welcome to A Healthy Dose. I'm Julie Stoutland. Today, we're unpacking a term that gets tossed around a lot, but isn't entirely understood: histamine. Joining me today is Behnaz Beigui, a Toronto-based functional nutrition counselor and a health coach who specializes in histamine intolerance, food sensitivities, and gut health. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So histamine,
Yes.
and the allergies, some people have seasonal, some people have all year round, some people have food, all kinds of things. So let's talk about the basics. What is histamine and what role does it play?
Histamine is a neurotransmitter that's involved in many different bodily functions
So
for
it's a
us. It's a
neurotransmitter. Mm,
neurotransmitter. It's connected to our fight or flight or the autonomic nervous system.
okay.
And it's involved in also pain management. So there's a very direct connection between histamine and neuropathy and management of
Okay,
pain.
unpack that neuropathy. Like that's a
Yes.
word. Like a lot of people might not know what that
Absolutely.
means.
So when we think about our body's inflammatory response, histamine comes in as a protective mechanism, right? It because it's a neurotransmitter and directly connected to the central nervous system. I'm breaking this down.
Sure.
I don't want to use scientific
No, we need to
terms too.
understand
Yes.
this.
So think about this. So it activates our immune system when there
Okay.
is let's say there is an allergen, and let's
Mhm.
say there is pollen. There are things in the air that your body is responding to and creating an inflammatory response. And when that happens, histamine plays a role in activating your nervous system. So the fight
Okay.
or flight. And that could look like pain in some people.
Mm.
So histamine intolerance is a very fascinating condition that a lot of people now there is a lot of conversation around it, which is really important.
Yeah.
And we need histamine. Histamine is not bad. It's actually very important. It's in the immune response, muscle function, digestion, vasodilation, and cardiovascular health, blood
Okay.
pressure, regulation of the nervous system, which are all very important, versatile bodily functions. So
So
we
now
need it.
this is something that our body needs. But does it only come from our body?
Histamine can be found in the body and it can also come from external factors from the outside.
Okay,
So it
let's
can
talk
come
about
from our
that.
environment.
Yeah.
So pollen season, a lot of
Mm.
us right now, we're in allergy season, right?
Yes.
We're in allergy season. So with pollens, some people are allergic to various different types of vegetation and pollens that are in the air. And our bodies create that histamine response from
Mm.
pollen exposure or mold exposure. When there's pollen exposure, there's a chance there's mold on soil. People with sensitivities to like mold could feel this a lot at this time of the year.
And there's a lot of different types of
Yes,
mold too, right?
exactly. And
Yeah.
then we also have it in the body because it's a neurotransmitter and it is found in
Ah.
the body connected to the inflammatory response and all the bodily functions that I just mentioned.
So when you say what is it trying to do? So like is it trying to protect when it responds? Like what is that what it's trying to do when
Yes.
it first responds? Did it feel like it needs that inflammation is to cushion something? Like what's it doing?
Yeah, so it's kind of because it is part of the immune system, right? It's trying to alarm us. So it's an alert
Mm.
in the body that points to other things that are going on. So it's
Okay.
often a symptom, not a direct root cause. It could be in many, when we always dial back, we can find it as a root cause, but
Okay.
then underneath the histamine intolerance, there's another root cause. So it
Mm.
points to a different condition, something else that's going on. There might be a pathogen in the body. We might be sensitive to a food particle that we've had. In excess, that's where we see histamine being problematic. There are genetic factors for why we have it, and there are different four
Okay.
types too, four types of histamine:
Okay.
H1, H2, H3, and H4. And they
Wow,
all have
four
different.
types.
Some are cellular, some are external, some come from food, some are in the body. It's very
Yeah.
versatile in that way.
And what parts of the body are the most affected? We have like 15 seconds.
There are many different types. I mean, sorry, there are different parts, but I would say the two are usually our nerves, so our response to it from the nerve, and also digestion, the
Oh,
food.
okay.
So these two,
Okay.
and other areas too. We don't know much about it yet.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, get your cleanings if you need to. If you're about to sneeze, stay with us. We'll be right back. And we're going to tell you more about histamine and how to deal with it. We'll be right back after this message.